David here with Guide Recommended, doing a quick video. I've been bass fishing. In fact, I was out filming fly fishing for bass, but I thought I'd do a quick little thing on, the flies I used and then kind of the tactics. And because it's for this class I've got coming on, I'm kind of doubling up on efforts, right? So I'm going to include some of the videos and voiceovers and like how the tactics used for fly fishing. So here's the plug. I've been pouring my heart and soul into this class. In the description below, you'll see a link to the website, to where my class is going to be at. I'm still putting it together, but it is for sale. I've got an introductory, just for the first people coming on board, $9.99. Literally $9.99, and I plan on bumping this thing up eventually to closer to the $150 mark. But check out the link below, or just enjoy what I got coming. Okay. All right, so I thought I'd show a recent trip fishing for bass. Look at how you toss it out there, retrieve it back, put a little pop into it, a little action into that fly. Working the banks, right? So lift it up, toss it out, and very little mend. We're actually floating down the river. Bam! Look at that. Oh, look at that bend in the rod. I think this guy even jumps a little bit. Oh, oh, yes. You gotta love that. Again, if you look over to the right just a little bit, you can see the rock. You can read that structure. Excitement. It's definitely exciting. Bass fishing, summertime. You gotta love this. So it was actually on what's called a double barrel popper. Great fly, really great fly. I'll go into some details here in a second when we do the kind of the recap and presentation mode. Okay. So I thought I'd just jump into a little snippet from the course I've got coming out. You just saw me hooking into a bass, but in the course, I actually go through descriptions of exactly what it takes to fly fish for bass. So you can see this one talks about what bass environment like, the time of day, how to catch them, tactics to use. So just some overview stuff right now just to get you excited. Next page is actually the setup, right? So what kind of gear do you use? I like a 9-foot 7-weight rod, moderate action. I'm a slower guy, right? I like to throw a little bit slower action, so a moderate action rod's a little bit slower. I like a good fly line. Scientific Anglers has a Mastery line, and then Rio Gold is another one. I don't like the textured line so much because it really picks up a lot of dirt. Reels. Get a good reel that's got an adjustable drag. Smallmouth will take you, onto the reel, they call it, right? Leaders, short leaders. I start out usually with a 7.5-foot 2X nylon tapered leader. Then I'll cut off about a foot or so. I like to get it into a little bit even thicker section, and I like it a little bit shorter in order to turn over those bigger flies. So I got these double barrel poppers. I really like those guys. That's one of the flies I'll use, but let's kind of keep going. Flies I use for bass fishing: poppers, sliders, clousers, crayfish patterns. These are pretty heavily weighted. Deceivers, again, blue poppers, and then sculpin patterns. Again, this is like in the instructions for it. What's the rest of the tactic? Oh, fishing, right? So river fishing for smallmouth, absolutely crazy fun. it will put a bend in your fly rod. When those fish get into that current and start pulling, it's fun. It's fun. So boat fishing's best. You're usually casting to the banks. Look for that woody structure, logs, submerged logs. Those fish really love getting in there. Little points and eddies. You'll get bass in those spots. Submerged rocks, big rocks. A favorite of bass is concrete. So again, this is just a little snippet out of the course. Check out the description below. It's got a link to the course if you're interested. $9.99, introductory price. I'm going to keep building into this thing, okay? Thanks.
So hey, I hope you enjoyed that little video. Like I said, it was like excerpts from my class. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Really trying to keep this a weekly video, and I'm going to talk about fly fishing and how to fly fish. So again, thank you, and come back next week on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock.